crew is back. Angelo, what do you think about the music? Come on, you're a music guy.
Man, this is some good intro music. I like it.
I figure it was just easier than a cold open. And, well, we had a cold open because we opened up our beers, correct?
We opened up cold ones, yeah.
Oof.
I'm just going to let this run for the rest of the night.
This is a dance party. We can at least do this for, 45 minutes before Kevin shows up, right?
Yeah, do we really need to say anything more?
Not when you got moves like this, Daddy.
The greatest night of the week, Tuesdays, right?
Absolutely, sir.
Hey, look who else has joined the party.
Whoa, party!
There he is. He's a handsome boy.
This is Kevin on bass, by the way.
Slap at the bass.
Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, the adventures of craft beer and baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 84. 84. We've done this 84 weeks straight, guys. This is insane. For December 7th, 2021, wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. Remember, I can't stress this enough. Like and subscribe. That really helps us grow, helps the algorithm. YouTube likes it. We'll suggest it for other things, but it definitely helps us. I know it's a very little ask, but we greatly appreciate it. And as always, I said, turn on those notifications. We actually are going to be starting going live a little bit more in the future. So we definitely want you to be involved. Some housekeeping before we start. Let's shout out our Patreon supporters. Thank you to Cowboy Jack Durango for being on the power hitter level. Thank you, Cowboy. We appreciate all your efforts here at the Beer Baseball Blog. Financial and otherwise, you're a financial benefactor. We really give
part of the family. Family.
Exactly. Well,
it's a small sacrifice for the amount of entertainment.
Well, we are family, so we're asking you for money, right? Is that?
Oh, it is a family.
Thank you also to Rachel Elnar for her power hitter level contribution to the Beer Baseball Blog. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you to Scott Loss for being on the cleanup hitter level. You can check out his comics and merchandise at accidentalaliens.com. And thank you to If Sports Cards, Nikki and Ian for being on the leadoff hitter level. You can check out their YouTube channel of sports card breaks, pack openings, and mail days at If Sports Cards. Angelo, you actually had a box from If Sports Cards that you opened on last Saturday's Beer and Break, correct?
I did. So he had found some Bowman Chrome in the wild and sent one my way, and I opened that on Beer and Break. Got some really great prospect cards. Wish I could have gotten a few more firsts in there, but nonetheless, I got to open up some cool cards courtesy of If Sports Cards. So thanks for finding that for me, which I still have yet to find in the wild here. So
yeah. It was definitely one of those things that when I saw it, I'm just like, what is this? That's so awesome. So
Ian is mailing you things? Angelo?
He mailed me one thing, yes.
I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous.
Well, if you would like to become a supporter for the Beer Baseball Blog, go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Beer Baseball. You can also support us by buying stickers, buttons, and beer coasters on our Etsy page. And this is what I'm excited about right here. The band is back together. Be boys till the break of dawn. Be boys, be rocking all night long. He is the VP of Content Development. I haven't said this in a long time. I had to look at my notes at the Beer Baseball Blog. Angelo Trinidad, welcome back.
I am back. I'm ready for Tuesday night delight. I have my beer in hand, and I'm ready to talk baseball and craft brews with my band of brothers right here on the Beer Baseball blog. Happy to be back, guys.
Love it. Love it. Yes. As Ed says, murderers row. I totally agree. Next,
me and 3 others.
Well, that's true. That's true. We're getting the team together. I mean, this is a strong team, although we only have 4 players. We do need 5 more. That's
I'm sorry. I meant 1 murderer and you guys. That's what I actually meant.
Oh, okay. 1 convicted murderer.
Really, really great thing to admit on a live. Just
I murdered a spider today. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. It happens. You know.
We're not going live. Oh, I mean, we are going live.
That's what? We're live? Live, pal.
As your attorney, I really recommend that you shut your mouth now. Just zip it.
Next, he's the Goodwill Ambassador and the Sultan of Swig here at the Beer Baseball blog, Cowboy Jack Durango from Tucson, Arizona. Welcome.
Oh, you always got to insult me by bringing up Tucson, Arizona, huh? That's fine. That's fine. If that's the kind of fight it's going to be. I didn't know we allowed low blows, but everybody, I'm having a great night, man. Work's going great. Kids are great. Life is fantastic. And I'm here with my favorite people in the world. I see the chat lighting up. I can't even keep up, man. It's a great night.
Love it. Love it. We will not hold it against you that you're from Tucson. I love Tucson, by the way. So
I'll hold it against him.
Yeah. And last but not least, he's the field correspondent and senior research analyst here at the Beer Baseball blog. On time for 2 weeks straight. I'm super impressed. Kevin Lyon.
There we
go.
That's what I mean right there. Good to be here. Good to be here. Kind of on time. At least I walked in during the opening. That's good.
That's true. That's true. No, you always make a grand entrance. And I am Michael Mondragon.
At least I'm not skanking this week.
That's true. That's true. I am Michael Mondragon, the host, producer, and founder of the Beer Baseball blog, and we are really glad that you're here this week. And, every week we have something new, something fresh, and this week is no different. Again, baseball is locked out, but you're locked in the room with us tonight. What do you think about that, right? Any thoughts real quick about, how long do you think this is going to go? My thing is, it's going to go to, the tippy tip of the season.
I'm saying that it's going to go half the season.
You think so? Half the season?
I don't know. I've never been through one of these before, so I'm trying to sound like a seasoned vet. It could last a few weeks into the season, guys. I just want you to prepare yourselves for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael, I think I'm with you on right up to the very last moment. I mean, the reason why I say that is, the last ditch effort meeting they had lasted only 7 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
And 3 to 5 minutes after the conclusion of that meeting, the players were in the hotel lobby with their bags ready to check out. So they had no intention on, coming to terms on an agreement at that time. But I mean, it's bad for us as fans. It's bad for the perception of the game, especially with the amount of, steam that baseball has kind of been gaining in traction to get back in the forefront. For something like this to happen is devastating. And you were already seeing effects of that across all social media, right? I mean, MLB.com removed any type of player profile articles on MLB.com because of the lockout or the terms of the lockout agreement. And they're focusing on the game's rich history.
Yeah.
So, so it's a shame, but hopefully it's over sooner rather than later. And, I think, hopefully a good way to fix this somewhere down the line is to make sure that these, to extend the life of these agreements. But I get it. It's also a business.
Yep.
So
it's all about money. This time you can say it's all about money.
It is all about money. Yeah. But on both
cream.
Sides. Yeah.
It's cream.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Cream this time.
We're definitely.
And the cream rises to the top. I'll tell you.
Well, let's get to it. As always, we want to know, what are you drinking tonight? So First off, I think that Angelo, we should go first with you because it's been a while, and you have a good one. That is one from. This isn't from Orange County. It's a little south of Orange County, correct?
North of Orange County. So this is in the South Bay. Yeah, out of Torrance, California, from Smog City Brewing Company. The Cloud Drops Hazy IPA. This is part of their Smog Days IPA series. So this one is a hazy IPA, which is 6.2 ABV with no IBU listed. And it's described as Cloud Drops drinks just like its name. It's a cloud in a can. Soft, smooth, and light. Marries flavors of fresh honeydew, lemon zest, fresh squeezed oranges, and green grapes with the touch of earth, pine, and wet hay.
Love it. Yeah, this is one of the first breweries. I forgot it was in South Bay. I'm so bad with all these areas. There's a couple other ones that are. I mean, Monkish is in that area. There's
Brewyard.
Yeah, and Phantom Carriage is another one that's over in that area that Kevin and I went to. But yeah, these are always this is kind of where I started in craft beer. So Smog City is a really awesome one, and I'm glad they're still around. I think there was some issue at some point where they weren't going to be around because of the pandemic, but I think they hung in there. So that was great news.
Yeah, and this one it's really good. Definitely, the citrus is prevalent in the flavor, and also in the smell as well. But it's very tasty, and I'm enjoying this.
Right on. Cowboy Jack, you have a really awesome one out of Colorado.
Yeah, I do. The Odell Brewing Company, which we've had on here a few times already. This one is in my new search for fruity, hazy, tropical IPAs. I'm kind of branching out. This is a passion fruit Imperial IPA.
Ooh, that's gonna be a strong one.
Yeah,
it's got a very strong passion fruit flavor. I do have to say it's more. It's not as subtle like the Asloha that I had a few weeks ago with the pineapple. It's pretty. It's a pretty powerful passion fruit taste.
Yeah, and 8% ABV on this one and 49 IBU. So it packs a lot of punch in this one.
Yeah, it's pretty. This is not a sessionable drink. This is probably 1 or 2 max.
Yeah.
So translating that to Cowboy Jack numbers, 2 12-packs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, what?
This is awesome. Virgin Craft Root Beer, like an adult. So I assume it's beer, but the typo says it's Steven Whistler. Nicely done. Kevin, you have an awesome. You have an awesome one.
Now, you know what's funny too? If you look, this is actually the Christmas version of it. I don't know if you want to solo me. You see the little Santa cap on him there?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is actually, I guess, the Christmas edition. There you go. See, there's a little Santa hat. Got some lights. I'm like, hey, festive
Awesome.
for the season, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look here. All right, so this is a 6%er. I didn't see a IBU on it. I'm guessing it's somewhere around what Jack's is. It's pretty crushable, but it's a nice hoppy beer here. Read the description here. It's a blend of old and new. We got dry hopped with Mosaic, Cairo, Simcoe, and Chinook. This beer hits both tropical and dank. It makes it crushable. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I got to take my time or this will be empty in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I wonder what cryo hopped is. I mean, that's something to look into as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure of what that actually means, but
yeah, it's Mosaic cryo. I guess that's a variation of the Mosaic hop.
Okay.
I've read that on a few cans, going down the Total Wine and More, and I was sure that you would know.
No, it's one of those things that kind of slipped past me, but Harlan makes a lot of great beers, as we've been finding out. Yeah. And where did you find this one, Kevin?
This is our Trader Joe's special, just like I'm sure Angelo's probably was too.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's right.
That single section is so much fun at Trader Joe's.
So the advantage of going to, the advantage of going to Trader Joe's is sometimes you'll get like special beers like this and that there, but they'll always have like their special, like Trader Joe's. You can probably go in there and find the Stone ones, the Firestone Walkers, the kind of like the beers that you would think that you would get there. So it's always cool to see these types of beers. But if you go to the liquor stores in your area, the kind of mom and pop liquor stores, I have one in town here, and I get to try this, which is actually, this is a Star Hazy IPA from Hop Secret Brewing. Now it's in Monrovia. And the cool thing about this one, there's actually two breweries that I actually found on Untapped. And I went probably on their opening weeks. So I opened the door and it didn't even look like it was open, but they're like, oh no, come in and try our beers and everything. And Hop Secret was one and Mount Low was another one. And I think I went to Mount Low before I was even open. And that's the cool thing about looking, not only at Untapped to the breweries in your area, but I went to there's a liquor store down the street and they had Hop Secret. So this is probably the only place they probably have this beer. So I'm like, oh yes, I got to get it. I haven't had Hop Secret in a long time. And it's a really no one would know this if they weren't in this area, but it seems like they're getting more distribution. These cans have actually, the design on the can kind of, struck me because I'm like, oh wow, they've actually upped their design. So they might be getting more distribution, and that's good to hear as well. This is 7% ABV, 45 IBU, El Dorado, Citra, and Amarillo hops. And so cheers to everybody. Salud. We have the band back together, and thank you so much. This is going to be a great episode. Love it.
And what kind of flavors are you getting out of there? I see a pear on the can. That looks
this is that's a good question. I think we really like the hazies because they have kind of like that orange juicy type of, just really saturated orange juice flavor, really robust, but it's still just a little bit of hop. It almost tastes like kind of a West Coast IPA with like orange juice kind of feel to it. So it's very robust, to say the least. And yeah, it's got super great right on the nose. It's so good. And that's another thing too. We were talking about this before about drinking from a can to drinking from a glass as well. So I think if I were to have, let me try it off the can. Yeah, this totally tastes different from the can than it does the glass. So I can taste like the real robust flavors in this, whereas off the can I get more of a more carbonation, and almost I can taste like the can as well. So I think I was telling you about that, Jack, right?
Yes, sir. You taught me the trick when you came to visit.
Yeah, because I actually went in. I go, oh, do you want a glass with that? Yeah. I went in and I actually put the water in the glass so it doesn't touch the glass, gets the impurities out of it.
Right.
I'm a snob now.
And I was like, no, brother, it's a clean glass. Like, I know looking at this, you don't think it, but it's clean. He's all, no. Sit down, my son. Let me teach you.
A clean glass is his priorities. Don't worry, because he's going to be using them,
Yes.
Dishes, no, but glasses, yes, are going to get clean.
I have a real funny quick story about something in that vein. When Ed, who's in the chat, we went to Japan and we got in a taxi because we were going to go somewhere, and go figure, we got in a taxi to go somewhere. Isn't that ironic? Huh. So we got in, and the cab driver spoke just enough English, and so we started to put on our seatbelts, and he goes, "Oh, no, that's okay. I'm a very safe driver." and we were just like, okay. So we insulted him by putting on the seatbelts. So yeah, that it was the same feeling when he's like, no, my glasses are clean.
I don't even have my glass. I need to get my glass while you get started here.
Well, you also have your bat as well. We have
yes, I know I do.
There you go. All right, so let's get to it. I actually have new intros for everything, so I'm going to do it. This is this day in baseball history. Ooh, transition.
Ooh,
I'll use the bat.
Yeah,
I'll use the bat. Since you talked about, I got the bat.
Love it. All right, so this is this day in baseball history for December 7th, a day that will live in infamy. December 7th, 1939, during their Winter League meeting, the baseball writers elect Lou Gehrig, who played his last Major League game on June 30th, to the Hall of Fame, waiving the 5-year waiting period due to ALS diagnosis. At age 36, the Yankees first baseman becomes the youngest to be honored, surpassed by Dodger left-hander Sandy Koufax, 5 months younger when he was selected in 1972. This is a very famous. So Jack, the little history lesson. This was a very famous speech by Lou Gehrig where he said he was the luckiest man on the face of the earth, and it was on July 4th, 1939.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't they have some pretty nice echoing going on? And
they did.
So
they
it's
did.
today. I feel.
Yes, that's amazing. Angelo, were you aware of this as well?
Yep.
All right. Well, Kevin was there, so
I was gonna say I was there. What are you talking about?
If you squint close enough, right above the opening day ribbons that are right there on the rafters, Kevin, a young and mature Kevin Lyon was sitting in those.
Yeah,
I think you can. He's holding up a beer at the beer station over there.
Well, I mean, he had to celebrate his 45th birthday somehow, so at the ballpark.
Yes, he was in his 50s back then. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, 55th birthday.
Kevin,
like I can remember how old I am. Come on.
Well,
you guys gotta do that for me.
I think we have to keep track of your age now by the Mayan calendar.
December 7th, 1957, Tony Kubek, who hit .297, 3 home runs and 39 RBIs. Are you ready for this? Is selected over Boston infielder Frank Malzone, who hit .292, 15 home runs and 103 RBIs. He was selected by the writers as the American League Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
Much of the dismay of the 27-year-old Red Sox Gold Glove All-Star third baseman when he becomes ineligible when the writers during the season changed the minimum number of career at-bats to determine rookie status. So in 1957, the Rookie of the Year was defined as someone with fewer than 75 at-bats or 45 innings pitched in any previous major league season. This guideline was later amended to 90 at-bats and 45 innings pitched, or 45 on a major league roster before September 1st of the previous year. The current standard is 130 at-bats or 50 innings pitched on a 45-day active roster. Oh my gosh. But
so that's why Azarena didn't won it this year.
Right. Yes.
All right.
I needed a notebook to follow that story. Like I needed scratch paper. It was like a story problem.
But Kubek
I was like, wait, hold on. The train left what city at what time? Oof.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and a little bit of probably a New York bias in this potentially as well. So I'm not sure. But yeah, it's with 103 RBIs as a rookie, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. But long term though, Kubek ended up being the better player of the two as well. You know.
Yes, and speaking of which, so he had a very actually interesting baseball journey, though. He actually didn't play long after this. But in Game 7 of the 1960 World Series, Kubek was shaken up by a bad hop ground ball that struck him in the throat in the 8th inning. Bill Verdon, who we talked about, just died recently, had the 50th anniversary of becoming the Pirates manager. He reached first base on an infield single, which helped the Pittsburgh Pirates rally for a dramatic 10-9 victory, which was punctuated by the Bill Mazeroski home run. Yeah. This play would haunt Tony Kubek for the rest of his baseball life, which was only until his retirement in 1965. So he actually didn't. He was a better player, but actually didn't play much longer than that.
Yeah.
But Kevin, like how would we know Tony Kubek after this?
See, and then I'm thinking like I thought he played even longer than that because he ended up being well more known in the 70s and I think even in the 80s as a broadcaster.
There you go. Upon his retirement, Kubek became a color commentator on NBC's Game of the Week. teaming with Jim Simpson on the network's backup games from 66 to 68, but joining Kurt Gowdy to form the lead crew in 1969. This is him with Kurt Gowdy, which was an awesome baseball voice. He also spent 24 years at NBC, teaming with Simpson, Gowdy, and Joe Garagiola and Bob Costas.
Yeah.
So that's how I actually knew him as a announcer and not a player.
That's definitely how I first knew about him. I found out later he played on the Yankees. Yeah, because hey, can you believe this, guys? There actually always be one game a week on television.
Yep. And it was always on Saturday.
Yeah.
And
they did Monday Night Football too on ABC. I remember for a period as well during the 70s. Right. I want to say.
Yep. And so he was technically baseball's like first color commentator, similar to what Tim McCarver and recent Hall of Famer Jim Cott eventually became. So so he had a big history in baseball as well. And I believe he's the member of the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. There you go.
John asked, are those cigarettes or pencils in there? Very well could be various cigarettes, who knows?
I think they're pencils because Kurt Gowdy has one as well.
That's right.
That's a really long cigarette.
Yes. They used to have those.
Yeah, that'd be a cigarette with the holder on it,
December 7th, 1973, the Royals, in a controversial move. Now, this is another, we talked about it before, where players would get traded away and they'd be fan favorites. They deal outfielder Lou Piniella and pitcher Ken Wright to the Yankees for 38-year-old right-hander Lindy McDaniel, who wins a total of only 6 games during his 2 years with the club. The trade draws the Kansas City fans' ire when their departed 29-year-old outfielder enjoys 11 solid seasons in the Bronx, batting .295 and playing a major role in New York's 4 appearances in the World Series. I'm not sure if he knows how to wear a baseball hat, though.
I was gonna say, is this this is Elmer Fudd cosplay?
I almost thought it was drawn on. I'm like, is this even a real hat? Is it just like drawn on his head later? It's so weird.
That was photoshopped on. That was a bad Photoshop job. There's no way they would let him take that picture.
That's right. Yeah. I for some reason, I see his hat. It's like this. It's indented in, which that makes no sense whatsoever.
Right. What?
But the best
no
thing
wonder he was such a terrible player.
Well, he's another player who became a manager, and Jack, you're gonna like this. I mean, you loved it with Hal McRae, but yeah, he was a fiery manager known for his tantrums.
I think I've seen the video of Piniella throwing the base.
Yeah, he ripped it up and threw it into the outfield.
Yeah, okay. Now he doesn't need to know how to wear a hat. He's a hero.
If you notice, he's not wearing a hat in any of this. In fact, he's kicking it in one of the pictures.
Right. I imagine he probably threw it the umpire before these photos were taken. It almost looks like
the aggressive hug.
Yeah. I thought he was joking and they're giving him the Heimlich maneuver. That's what it looks like in the upper right-hand corner.
What's up, Ian? Thank you for joining. He had some he's awesome. In fact, my first game that I went to at Wrigley Field was in 2007, and in the 9th inning there was a kind of a controversial play where it was it was with 1 out and there was a runner stealing, but it was ball 4 and he slid past the base, and because he had touched the base, he was safe, but he came off of it and they tagged him. So it was kind of a controversial play, and Lou Piniella came out. I was hoping that he would get thrown out, and he didn't get thrown out. But I could have saw one of his ejections. He was a guy who got ejected all the time. So awesome to see him. So yeah, another potential diamond icon, at least in the manager section, Lou Piniella.
We have a lot of managers that are diamond icons here.
Yes, for sure. December 7th, 1988, Nolan Ryan becomes the first major leaguer to play for all 4 original expansion teams when he signed a free agent deal with the Rangers, who played their first 11 seasons as the Senators in Washington, D.C., which I totally had forgotten. The right-hander broke in with the Mets, who are an expansion team, went to the Angels, in a trade before signing with the Astros, a team initially known as the Colt 45s. This is an interesting little fact, and I don't think anybody else has played with all 4 expansion teams. Oh, there's more now with Tampa Bay and Miami,
Colorado,
right?
Arizona,
Diamondbacks, right? So it'd be hard to achieve. So I'm going to skip ahead from there's one after this, but this isn't in order. But I think Kevin will know where I'm going with this one. December 7th, 2001, in a rare deal between crosstown rivals, the Yankees trade outfielder designated hitter David Justice to the Mets for third baseman Robin Ventura. The teams had exchanged players only 6 times in 40 years, with the last time being in 1992 when the Mets dealt Frank Tanana for Kenny Greer in a minor league deal. Why are these 2 stories connected, Kevin?
Oh, come on. You're asking me this. Why don't you ask Jack this? I think we talked
Jack,
about this on the show.
Why are the last 2 stories connected?
Well, it's common knowledge that Nolan Ryan had a bunch of children out of wedlock, and these are actually two of his children that he had out of wedlock.
I'm very glad I asked Jack.
Yeah, he sired these boys when he's out on the road, pitching, playing for expansion teams, and he wouldn't give them his last name, of course, because he wanted them to make their own way, and he's proud of them. Hey, they both did good, so strong genetics.
So it's David Justice Ryan and Robin Ventura Ryan.
Wait,
wow, after I do the research.
Yeah, instead of Ryan, it's David Nolan Justice.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, they got the middle name. So
gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
No big deal. Just encyclopedic knowledge.
All right, Angelo, what's your guess? Why are these stories connected?
This was the big fight.
Right,
you want to call it a fight? I mean, it was a father beating his son. This is child abuse.
Yes, exactly. And there's Pudge coming up the rear.
Whoa, hey, watch it there.
Remember, Nolan Ryan, reared these 2 young men from a very early age.
Oh,
and, now it's time for Pudge to, I guess, rear one of them.
Oh my gosh!
Well, I mean, no. Oh boy.
Working blue tonight, brother.
Well, this is it all led up to a really great picture. He actually continued this game, right? He actually continued this game and pitched in this game. There was no blood rule like they do have in the NBA or soccer, where you have to go out.
This is before, I think it was before Magic had HIV, and then everybody freaked out.
Was it before? I guess it was. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It was before.
Like
late 80s.
I remember. I want to say it was like 91 or so when Magic.
It was 91, 92. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a week into the 91 season, I want to say. But that's for the Beer Basketball blog. We're talking about the Beer Baseball blog.
Solid blade job.
We'll save that for the Hops and Hoops branch off show.
And a very pro wrestling trick to
Trademark.
a very pro wrestling trick to wear the whites so the blood shows up more.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and that's you to gig your mouth. That's a little out there.
Yeah, that's like Viano Ford territory.
Man,
he did his chin. That's what it was. He did his chin.
Solid lucha gig job on the chin.
Yeah. Ed says November 7th, 1991. That's awesome.
Yep. I should have known the date.
Yeah, I figured John would like that one.
Of course.
All right, so December 7th, 1999, going back a little bit, the Mariners signed Mets free agent first baseman John Olerud to a $20 million 3-year deal. The former Washington State University All-American garners a gold glove in each of his 3 seasons with Seattle, playing a pivotal role in the team's historic 116-46 campaign in 2001, compiling a .401 on-base percentage. Now, I really like this one because there's two things about this story. So, Jack, what do you notice about this picture? He's playing in the field, but he's wearing a piece of equipment.
Yeah, he's wearing a batting cap.
Okay, so does anybody know why he wears the helmet?
I can't remember why. Sorry,
Now,
I can't believe I
is
can't
it
remember why.
also no, that's not a catcher's mitt. Okay, sorry.
No, wasn't it something he was hitting the head like he was young. It was either in like Little League or in high school. And ever since then, he's worn a hard hat.
Nicely done, Angelo. So it was actually in college, but there's a story connected to this.
Yeah.
And it involves Ricky Henderson. So for those unaware, the story goes
thank you. I was getting ready for that one.
The story goes like this. When Henderson signed with the Olerud Mariners in 2000, so he was already there. Ricky Henderson signed with the Mariners. As the story went, Ricky Henderson came up to Olerud and asked him about the helmet the first baseman always wore in the field. After learning the reason, Oleruds, who suffered an aneurysm in college, wore the helmet to protect his head. And then Henderson said, "Man, I played in New York with someone like that." And Olerud said, "Yeah, Ricky, that was me."
I think it was Toronto. Yeah, I think it was right. Like, yeah, we played together for 2 years.
Yeah, and here it says New York.
Oh, New York? I think I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember him playing in New York, but okay.
Yeah, I don't either, but that's what this story says. But
okay,
and what sucks is that story isn't true. There was a guy, I think he played for I think it was the Mets, because they said the guy for the Mets locker room, he made it up. He was kind of colorful, and that story became true because of how Ricky was. But like, yeah, what
kind of jabroni would make up weird stories about baseball players? Jeez.
Well, especially Ricky Henderson, who was very colorful. Remember, he was the guy who had $1 million check and just didn't cash it and put it on the wall.
Yep.
That's Cowboy Jack Durango territory right there.
Yes, it is. Another one I remember hearing was he was on the Padres, and he's getting on the team bus, and Tony Gwynn's up near the front of the bus, and Tony, and he's going to the back, and Tony's like, "Hey man, you have tenure. You should, accept your me." He's like, "Tenure? What are you talking about? I got like 15 year." I don't know if that's true, but I heard that story too. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Ricky! It's Ricky!"
Well, hey, he's fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's fast.
He's fast.
If you want some fun, look up Ricky Henderson, David Cross. If you want to hear a fun bit about Ricky Henderson.
Ricky being Ricky.
Ricky being Ricky.
So here's another funny baseball tale. So December 7th, 2009, Brad Penny and the Cardinals come to terms on a 1-year deal, which will pay the right-hander $7.5 million with additional $1.5 million available in incentives. Compiling a 7-8 record with a 5.61 ERA and being moved to the bullpen by the Red Sox, the two-time All-Star hurler asks Boston to release him, which allows the 31-year-old to finish the season with San Francisco. So Brad Penny had a very short career for the Cardinals, and many don't even remember that he played there. So on May 21st, okay, so what, 2 months? So April, May, okay? During a game, Brad Penny was pitching, and he hit his first career grand slam to give his team the 8-4 lead against the Angels. He was pulled the next inning with an injury and therefore did not earn the win. And the injury was an aggravation of a pre-existing oblique muscle strain that landed him on the disabled list for the remainder of the season, and he never played for the Cardinals again.
Wow.
$7.5 million. He played for 2 months.
Wow.
And he hit a grand slam.
It's great.
Heck of a payday, brother. Heck of a payday.
That's a lot of money for a grand slam.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds like Max Scherzer's getting like 40,000 a pitch or something like that.
Yeah.
next year, if baseball happens next year.
Yeah.
That's a padded lope if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
So he played with in 2011 for the Detroit Tigers. Then he played in Japan, and then he actually was on the 2012 San Francisco Giants, and then finished with the Marlins in 2014. So, yeah, he was on that first. I forgot he was on that first Giants team, or was it the first 20? Yeah,
I think that's right.
Yep, 2012.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting one. See if anybody can guess who this is. December 7th, 2011, the Astros hire Jeff Luhnow as the team's general manager to replace Ed Wade, who was fired last month in first major move by new Astros owner Jim Crane. The 45-year-old new general manager, a vice president with St. Louis since 2003, will try to improve on Houston's 56-106 finish last season, the worst record in franchise history. So what happened to this guy? Anybody remember?
I mean, he had to be a good manager because he could see all the angles. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys.
I believe he got. I believe is he the man who got in trouble along with AJ? Not AJ Styles, AJ Hinch.
Yeah, he was behind the sign stealing scandal.
That's it. January 13th, 2020. Luhnow was fired by the Astros after Major League Baseball suspended him for the entire 2020 season as a result of the electronic sign stealing scandal. And I mean, he did great things with St. Louis, turned around like the Houston franchise, and then was now one of the few people that was actually ousted.
About what happened.
Yeah, he was. But that AJ Hinch is back in baseball, managing for the Tigers, and Cora is back as well. So it's.
I mean, you could say about Houston, but regardless, even after he was gone, 2020, they almost made the World Series. They made the World Series last season. They're right there.
Yes, he definitely. Yes. Yeah. He was definitely highly invested in trash cans. That's definitely. And finally, December 7th, John will like this one. December 7th, 2015, the Diamondbacks obtained right-handed starter Shelby Miller from the Braves for outfielder Ender Inciarte and pitching prospect Aaron Blair and Dansby Swanson, the first player selected in this says this year's, but the 2015 June amateur draft. The deal marks the first time a number 1 overall pick has been traded within the first year of his career, a move made possible by the teams that are now allowed to trade the recently traded draft picks after the World Series. So I actually was lucky enough to see Dansby Swanson at Hillsborough during this time. And I wasn't even aware at the time that he was the number 1 pick, but and then he was traded subsequently right after that. So it was a big deal at the time. And so Inciarte, I was curious if Ender Inciarte was actually still with the Braves. He actually was, but then got released during the season. So I'm wondering if he gets a ring or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
You have to be with the team for a certain amount of, I think, games, and you get the ring. Also, Ed commented, "What a steal!" So, is he talking about the Dansby Swanson trade, or is he talking about the signs in the previous story?
Yes, exactly.
He's talking about the trade, obviously.
Well, yeah, most likely for sure. And then Dansby Swanson hit a game-tying home run in Game 4 of the 2021 series. One that John Tallworth. He wasn't at that one. He was a Game 5.
He was at Game 6. He saw the Braves win it. In Houston. Yep.
Game 6. So that is it for this day in baseball history. This will be a fun one. We're finally going to have our first baseball card sharks. Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Solid animation.
Solid transitions. I can't wait to see how choppy that's going to be during the broadcast. It looks
great.
Nice, right? All right. So Angelo is still in second place, but that's because he's 7. But hey, it's a numbers game, right? So
it was very strategic.
Yes.
That my on assignment was for so long. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Cowboy Jack has been pulling your slack, and
hey, you know what, man? I'm out here just putting in the reps, man. I'm putting in the work, and it shows.
Yep.
It shows in my record. Yeah, they call me Mr. 133.
Love it.
Well, Michael now is the new Mr. 500. That's what Jack used to call me. But now it's Michael.
All right. So for those who don't know, the Baseball Card Sharks rules go like this. We're going to draw 11 cards. 8 go on the board, 3 on your bench. We start from the bottom. We're going to pick a category. We're going to go through it from the bottom and do high, low. Since Angelo is back, I'm going to add this to the stream. I'm going to take this one out, and I'm going to do that.
Ooh, 86 tops. All
86.
right.
Nicely done. So,
Oh, yeah.
I love that it's all choppy, which is a great sign. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going to do position players. We're going to do pitchers.
Let's go position
Angelo, you
players.
haven't been. There we go.
Yeah, let's go position players.
There you go.
All right.
So get these out of here. Kevin,
Yes.
what's the category we're going to do?
Let's do what could be fun? Let's do doubles. We did triples last week. Let's try doubles this week.
Great.
Triples was interesting last week. So let's see how doubles will be.
Great. So we're going to do doubles. So Jack, you want to go first, or Angelo, you want to go first? Who wants to go first? Where do you want to go?
I'll start off. I'll take it. I'll take it all the way through.
Let's
Get
do
ready,
it.
guys.
Let's
It's
do
about
it.
to get great.
So starting off, a big player in 1986.
Yeah.
He hit a very historic hit in Game 6 of the World Series. Mookie Wilson. Also, wasn't that the first name of Pearl Jam? Right? Mookie
Blaylock, the basketball
Mookie Blaylock.
Yes.
So Mookie, yes.
Yes.
Now I'm so glad this one came up. This is one of the all-time greatest pictures on a baseball card. This is Willie Mcgee. Now, I always wondered, I go, all right, Willie, look to the side and kind of have this face like you just smelled something bad. Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it.
And then they go, that's all we need. That's good enough.
That's just one photo. They had one shot at this.
A great player. Also, his nickname, I hope this is true, his nickname was E.T.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I've never been in. Yeah, kind of like in basketball. Since we're at the Hoops and Hop show, Sam Cassell.
Sam Cassell is another.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mitch Webster of the Expos. Joe Orsulak playing with the Pirates here.
Yeah.
I remember him with another team, but not the Pirates.
I want to say the Orioles.
You're probably right on that.
It was very early in Orsulak's career, so
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Pete O'Brien,
yeah, Pistol Pete O'Brien. Yeah.
There you go.
Rob Deere.
Yeah.
That's a good
That
one.
hair, Jack.
I know.
Appreciate that hairdo.
Oh, look at this. Steve Garvey.
Look at that terrible centering.
Oh my
I know,
God.
that card's so
I have
awful.
2 of these and they're cut the exact same way. So like awful.
Jeez.
The junk whack era was, ugh. And Buck Martinez, and
Yeah.
playing at Old Tiger Stadium, as you can probably see right there. So that is
Later, when he was a broadcaster, right? Or was he actually a manager as well? I remember he was on ESPN, right?
I want to. No, that's. Maybe so. Buckman.
I don't know. Maybe someone can verify for me. But I'm pretty sure he was.
You're right. He doesn't. It doesn't look like them. He doesn't look like that. I don't remember him having.
Well, he's a lot older now. Come on.
Well, I mean, I don't remember him looking like this in here. So that's
All
interesting.
right.
Mike Young is on the bench for the Orioles. A former. Now, this is interesting. I didn't know he played for the Blue Jays. Jeff Burrows, if you remember, he's the one who hit that Ozzie Smith one that hopped that Ozzie caught in his hand when he played for the Padres. So he's been playing for a while.
I think we talked about him once on the show as well.
Yep.
Because he was like an early draft. I think he was like an early draft or something like that.
Right.
He's a former MVP.
And Juan Samuel. There you go.
All right.
All right, Jack. So we said doubles, correct?
We said doubles.
Yes, sir.
So, this is good. Mookie Wilson has 107.
Wow.
107, huh?
107. Does Willie McGee have more or less than 107?
Wow.
Oof, that's a tough one. But 1986, that's right in my wheelhouse. So I should do really good here.
Thank you, Ian. Hashtag do the research. Thanks, Ian.
I love that caught on.
Yes.
Willie Mcgee has less.
Ooh, less than 107. The answer is
no.
79.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that
would've missed
surprised
that
me as
possibly.
well.
Oh, God, Jack.
I thought Jack was one and done.
See, they always count me out.
Oh.
Angelo, they always count me out, brother, but they don't realize I'm the golden god. I'm taking this all the
because
way.
this game's rigged and you're going to lose.
79 is the number to beat. Midge Webster, higher or lower?
Man, this is where it gets tough. Mitch Webster's had a couple of good seasons with the Expos at this point, but man, I'm going to go lower. I'm going lower.
Lower than 79.
I think you said that just to see my reaction, didn't you? And play off my reaction to that comment.
Ooh, you would be right with 10.
Wow, boy.
Hey.
Woo.
The 10.
I am a freight train of sexiness and baseball knowledge, and you can't stop me. All right.
So 10
Let's
is
see
a
if
number
Joe
to beat now.
Orsolak can stop you.
Joe Orsolak, higher or lower than 10?
Higher, of course. Yeah. No, Joe's an old hand at this point, so higher than 10.
Okay.
I'm going to say like maybe in the 18 range.
Okay.
I know he's pretty young, but let's see.
Holy cow. 15.
Wow. Guys.
Wow. That's so good.
That was impressive. That was
Jack
impressive.
is a ringer this whole time. He's even
I know.
waiting until Angelo comes back to like destroy us all.
15. Higher or lower for Pete O'Brien?
Pete O'Brien, 1986 Rangers. All right. So the only few things I know about Pete O'Brien is he once drove a tractor through a Sears. I don't know why. But higher than 15. Yeah, we're going higher. 22.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Well, remember it's doubles, not triples, Jack.
Well, did you say 22?
I said 22.
Yeah.
Sir.
Well, you're right in a sense. 88, which is a multiple. You can multiply that into 22.
Well, you didn't let me
4.
finish the equation.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
it was 22 times 5, which equals 88.
All right. So 88 and Rob Deere. This is going to be very interesting.
This is where, boys, this is where we start cooking bacon. All right. This is where it gets tough, man. 88.
No, excuse me. This is where we're cooking deer. We're cooking deer. All right.
Oh, because of his last
Venison.
name.
Yeah. Thank you. Venison. Thank you.
All right, man. Oh, man. Giants, Rob Deere. That hairstyle just says I want him to be higher, but the mustache says lower than 88, guys. The mustache says it lower. I'm going lower than 88, probably 70.
I agree with the mustache.
All
I
right.
agree. Uh-oh.
Oh, did it crap out? Oh, no.
You're back.
Oof.
You're back.
Okay. That's weird.
Oof.
That was weird. I always think it's my end. I'm like, oh, it actually wasn't this time.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there we go.
The big reveal.
I have no idea why I did it. So the big reveal is you said lower than 88, correct?
I said lower
Yes.
than 88. I'm thinking in the high 70s.
Well, you would be wrong, but you're right. It's 5.
Oh, well, then I'm right.
Doesn't say. I'm like, this is him. Yeah,
And then look at that. And he actually played in 84 for Phoenix,
Wow.
the Phoenix Giants.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Yep.
so 5. Nicely done, Jack.
Guys, this is
5.
whew,
All right.
this is solid.
Right, here we go. Steve Garvey,
Now
higher
run the
or
table.
lower
Come on, Jack.
than
Wow,
5?
all right. And then I can still go to my bench, right?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'm going to go out to the chat. I set lower. I'm seeing a lot of lowers in the chat, but I'm going to go higher. I'm going higher. I'm going against the grain, trusting my gut.
I think they meant the last one, Jack.
They were referring to the last one.
Garvey
Yeah.
hires
Oh,
what
okay,
Jack.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm with the chat then. I'm with
Garvey
you guys.
hire is going from Power War.
You can barely read.
He buys 400.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, look at all those years.
418. There you go.
Oh man.
So makes it all the way to the top.
400.
So Buck Martinez, higher or lower than 418?
Man, this is nail biting. This is everybody at home that's watching has their popcorn and they're rooting for me, because I'm the local hero. I'm going to say Buck Martinez is lower.
I think that was pretty safe.
Wow, you're going on a limb there. Woo!
And actually 120, but that is, look how many teams he's played for. That's nuts.
Yeah.
He's a mechanic.
So 120.
It's only 3 teams, but that's a long career.
Yeah, he has a long career.
That's a long
Yeah,
career. Good job.
It goes back to 69.
Good job,
So,
Jack.
He runs the
You
gauntlet.
got us right away on the Willie Mcgee. You outsmarted us all.
Yeah, he definitely earned that one. Nicely done.
Yep.
Ran the
Who's
gauntlet.
next?
Bravo.
ladies and
Mr. Angelo.
gents.
Angelo, do you want to? You can
Let's
you
go.
can either take. You want to go for it?
Let's go.
All right. So,
All right, come on, Angelo.
former Blue Jay, but here in Oakland A, which I don't
Wow.
remember at all.
What?
Alfredo Griffin,
He was a Dodger too, I think, after this.
Yes,
after that,
you're right.
the A's. Yeah.
Glenn Davis for the Astros. Looks
Good
a lot
soldier
like
of that era,
Jeff
yeah.
Kent as well.
Yeah.
Does look like Jeff Kent.
Brett Butler. I remember John saying he was a big fan of his. Brett Butler.
What about
also,
I think he meant the comedian.
yes. This
I
isn't.
think he's a
And
fan of the comedian. Brett
this
Butler.
wasn't Brett Butler from Gone with the Wind.
Ooh, solid.
Yes, another Pudge. Carlton Fisk and Andre Thornton.
We got some veterans here. All right.
Yeah, so a lot of veterans. Another veteran, Jerry Mumphrey.
Okay.
Became the San Francisco Giants manager, but here playing for the Padres, Bruce Bochy. There you go. Wanted to be a professional wrestler, as we've found out later. Played for the Twins, first base, Kent Herbeck.
Mm-hmm. Wrestle Rock Rumble.
T-Rex.
That's right. And let's do it. So Alfredo Griffin, he has 136 doubles. So good career there. Some of those diamonds are when he led the league. He actually led the league in triples in 80.
Wow.
So Glenn Davis, so 136, higher or lower than 136 for Glenn Davis?
Who's on my bench?
On your bench is Juan Samuel, Jeff Burrows, and Mike Young.
But remind Angelo, you might not. I don't know if you've been watching regularly. We've decided the tiebreaker. If you go to the bench, it's like you more or less be losing because Jack already ran the gauntlet.
Right.
So you gotta go for it.
Yeah. So my gut's telling me lower.
Okay.
So we'll go lower.
Okay. Lower than 136. 108. Nicely done.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, nicely done. So 108, and Brett Butler is your next choice. Now, if you know anything about Brett Butler, you might have an intuition here, but we're looking for higher or lower than 108.
Gosh.
You can go to your lifeline, John Talwar. He was a big fan of Brett Butler, the comedian. Not our comedian.
Started in the hit sitcom Grace Under Fire. Yes, I know. Gosh.
Bunting for a double right here.
Yeah, my timeline is a little bit skewed here, so I'm gonna go with my boy Ian and say lower.
Yeah, he says it's got to be close. Lower
I think we'll be.
than 108. Nicely done. 78.
How many
Nice.
seasons? That's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what my timeline was
He
getting.
started
skewed.
around 81, 82, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yep, he was, and he started with the Braves actually. So there you go. I forgot he had started with the Braves. So nicely done. So this will be very interesting. So 78, Carlton Fisk, a lifelong catcher for both the Red Sox and White Sox. How many doubles did he have? Oh boy, this is a tough one.
Say, how many times did he get to second base? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
We knew he hit some home runs in his career, obviously, but doubles.
I'm gonna go higher than 78.
78, number to beat,
I think he can still get over 100.
305.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
way more.
Wow.
Way more than I thought.
No more than I thought.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not home runs. That's doubles. How many home runs does he have at this point? Like 400 almost? Jeez.
He has more. He has more doubles than he has home runs. So 257. I think it is.
Wow.
267. Yeah, crazy, right? There you go. That's interesting. Nicely done. So 305 is the number to beat. Andre Thornton, which from what I remember, him being a really good hitter, but I'm not sure how long he had played at this point.
Yeah, I still don't think it's going to be a 300 plus. So I'm going to go lower.
Lower than 305, and the number is 228.
Okay.
Yeah,
a lot closer than I expected.
Wow.
Yeah, he actually played a lot.
Wow.
Since 73 with the Cubs, Expos in 76, and then with the Indians all that time. I remember him being a longtime player, but
so this is a 13-year career at this point.
Yeah. So 228.
Yeah.
So Jerry Mumphrey, higher or lower than 228?
I'm going to go lower than 228 for Jerry Mumphrey.
Lower. 185. Nicely done.
Wow. I'll say he.
Look at that. That's right. He played for the Cardinals in the early 70s.
Yeah.
So there you go. So 185. Ooh. Now I'm not sure of what his playing days were. So the number to beat is 185. Bruce Bochy.
Yeah, I have faith in the Boch, so we'll go higher.
Ooh. So 185, Bruce Bochy, 25.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think so.
25.
Okay, I don't think so. He gave us all caps lower. Ouch.
Never have thought a double.
That's a tough beat, kid. That's a tough beat. You know what? You just got to keep practicing, and someday you'll be running the gauntlet like Cowboy Jack. You know what I mean?
I'm shaking off the ring rust here. So
hey, I get you. I just one day you might be up to Mr. 133 like I am. That's all I'm saying.
I say Jack's been shaking off that rust this whole time he's been on the show with us.
Okay, listen here, you little stinker.
All right, so this is not the Donnie Hill you were expecting. This is Donnie Hill on the A's.
I was hoping for Benny Hill.
I wish it was Benny Hill.
Look at this. Michael Biehn from Terminator.
George Foster.
Yeah. Good call.
From the Big Red Machine.
Is he wearing aviators?
He might be. Oh my gosh. I think he is. Look at that.
That's tremendous.
That's awesome.
Solid, dude. He's just got his Ray-Bans on, just swatting balls.
Yep.
Another player that played on the Reds, Cesar Cedano.
Ooh.
Playing for the Cardinals.
That's another veteran.
Get your beers ready for a little Jim Gatner.
Yeah.
Bubble Pug and the Hazy.
Is Bubble Pug here? I haven't.
Of course she's here. She has to be.
I
said hi at the top of the show, but I haven't seen her in the chat in a little bit.
Daryl Miller. Was he on that show, that Newhart show? He was one of the Daryls. No,
maybe.
That's a deep cut.
That's even too deep.
Super deep cut. Super. Look at this. Former Texas Ranger, former Pirate.
Just say he played on every team in baseball.
He did.
All right?
He did.
Except
And
because he never played in the minor leagues.
I was never aware that he played for the Toronto Blue Jays, but here it is. Al Oliver.
Great player.
Yep.
Brian
Little.
Near Hall of Famer, I would say, of Al Oliver. He might have a shot eventually.
Agreed. And then you already have Kent Herbeck at the top.
All right. T-Rex. I got to get to T-Rex.
Let's do it. So Donnie Hill, let's see if he has anything here. Actually, more than I expected, 26.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 10 times higher, at least for George Foster.
All right. Even with the Ray-Bans. I wonder how.
Hey, he's a grizzled vet, man.
Yeah.
Solid.
And actually, I actually have a picture with him. I got his autograph in Peoria, Jack.
Oh, right on.
Oh.
Yep. Wow, look at that. Another 2-point type. And he has 301.
So, okay, so like 15 times almost. All right, right on.
And let's see, that year he had 24 doubles. So
that's late in his career too.
Agreed. So
this is gonna be this one is a little tricky, though.
It is.
Here. Cesar's a really good hitter. Played for a long time. 300 though. Jeez,
yeah. This is very tough.
I know. I think it's gonna be close. I'm still gonna say lower, but I will not be surprised if I take out here. It's gonna be close. I don't know if we'll get any help on this one. Everyone's gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah, no one in the chat help him, please.
I know. Oh yeah, they're like, "We don't know. We don't know this one." Yeah, there you go. 300. Gosh, let me see. Let me think about this again. How long did he play? You know what? Gosh, oh my gosh, I'm not getting any help on this because this is a guy who definitely got over 2,000 hits in his career. So,
yep.
But you got to remember the year is 1986. So.
I know, and he's been playing for a long time, but so did George Foster. So that's why I'm saying this is going to be really close. I originally was going to say lower. Gosh, and maybe but my guts tell me higher, and I think I'm going to regret that. But I'm going back and forth on this.
Hey, don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Go with your gut, babe.
Well, my initial thing I said lower, so let's just stick with that. And if I'm wrong, oh well. Wah!
So 301, lower than 301.
I won't be surprised if it's higher.
434.
Wow. Tanked.
Man, I walked you right into that one. That's how
I saw that
one
come up. I'm like, I'm not going to know that one.
Was he on the Bad News Bears? Because he's on the Astros. Was he? I think he was a part of potentially that with Enos Cabell and Bob Watson. I think he might have been a part of that.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's like, yeah, he had a long career. I would have.
I knew it.
That was so tough.
When I saw that card on the board, I'm going, that's going to be the hardest thing on that whole board. So, oh well.
All right. So I need 3 cards. I have 3 cards right here. So I have Tim Rock Rain.
You call me Goliath. I'm not Mr. 500. Oh, there you go. Good start.
Rock Rain.
Not even Rock yet.
Oh, look at this.
Look at Jack Clark.
A year before, he broke the hearts of Dodger fans everywhere with a home run off Tom Niedenfuer. And then Tom Niedenfuer went up to Ozzie Smith.
Steve, you're my bleep.
And then Denny Gonzalez with that mesh. Yeah, that mesh hat that we all liked.
The pillbox.
That pillbox mesh hat. All right, so Rock Reigns. At this point,
Disco, we're a little out of focus on the board.
There we go.
There we go. It kicked in. I'm sorry.
That's right. Yeah, I just have to Rock Reigns with 145, very early in his career, but I thought he would actually have more.
6 years in. Yeah.
Yep.
But Jack Clark, that's tough.
Yeah, I'll go higher with Jack Clark only because it was later in his career. So 145, 223.
Nice. Very good.
Jack Clark. There you go. Former Giant as well. Denny Gonzalez, I'll definitely say lower.
Yeah. Does he even have 2?
He has 7.
Hey.
Way more than I thought. Yeah. 5 more than we thought for sure.
You know what? 7 more than any of us, unless you're counting Jack's drinks.
100%. 100%. Jim Gantner will definitely be higher than 7. 130.
All right.
Yep.
You're
Daryl
well on your
Miller.
way here. You pretty much got this.
Daryl Miller, lower.
Yep. Get ready, Jack, for the face-off here. This is cruise control.
He has 2. He has 2.
Yep.
Al Oliver.
Cruise control. The whole way.
I'm gonna have to like really squint to see his numbers, but it definitely higher than 2.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Oh my gosh!
I think he has 450.
Like, look how many. Like, you can't even see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God.
450.
529.
Wow.
He was a great hitter.
Wow. Now this next one's gonna be tough. 529.
That's what I was telling you.
Brian Little.
He rates the tiebreaker.
Brian Little, definitely lower. He has a little score to settle. But 35 actually. So that's way more than I thought. And then go to the top. Kent Herbeck. We'll go higher. Boy, look at the cropping on that.
Oh my gosh.
Awful to say the least.
Solid.
Wow.
I think I should bend the card to make this the worst condition card, but I'll definitely say higher. And he has 129. 129. All right. So it's down to me and Jack. All right.
Yeah.
Mr. 500 versus Mr. Baseball. Let's do this.
Okay.
A drink off. I like that.
There you go. All right. So there's 3 cards on the bench.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shuffle them. I'm not gonna look at them. Angelo, you're going to pick a number for Jack, and then Kevin, you're gonna pick a number for me. So Angelo, pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
Okay.
1.
So here are the cards. 1, 2, 3. That's your card, Jack.
Yep.
I'm going to keep on shuffling. Kevin, pick a number between 1 and 2.
Oh. And I said 1.
1?
I said 1, sir.
1? Juan Samuel.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Now Disco, before
Yes,
we go
sir.
any further,
Yep.
Right.
I want to give you the chance to gracefully bow out and avoid defeat at the hands of the Golden God.
Wow.
Listen, we're brothers and I love you. It doesn't need to come down to this. I'm just giving you an out. I'm giving you an out, Mr. 500.
He's trying to keep you at 500. Come on. Look at it that way. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't.
Let's see.
Oh.
Okay, so that's your card, Jack, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Big Mike Young.
Okay. So I want to make this fair as well. So let's do this. So your card right here, how many doubles do you think that he has?
Mike Young, 1986 Orioles.
That's good. That's a good guess. I like this idea, Michael. That's good.
Are we doing closest without going over, or just closest?
Let's do closest.
Closest.
That's a good call, Michael.
Mike Young, number of doubles, 1986 Orioles. He says, man, he'd been playing for a good amount of time at this point. I'm going to go 42. 42.
The answer to everything is always 42. So good job, Jack.
All right. So Juan Samuel, I will say, wow, he looks super young here. So I'm going to go with, how about this? I'm going to make it real interesting. I'm going to say 42.
Oh, wow. Okay. We got ourselves a game, boys.
42.
Okay.
I like it, though, because 42 is the answer to everything. That's good. I like this. Good job.
Holy cow. Mike Young I have to look at it again to make sure. Has 41. That is nuts.
Oh my gosh.
41. That is
He
amazing.
gave you a chance.
Off by 1. Okay, but wait. Let's see what I got here.
No.
Juan Samuel.
I think he has 82. I think he has at least double
Has
42.
to.
I think he might have 84.
Has to. Well, I would have done well, but he has 68. Cowboy
Wow.
Jack Durango wins.
Wow.
That is
I
awesome.
am the golden god. I will forever be referred to as Mr. Baseball, Mr. Baseball. Today, I'm the luckiest man on the planet today,
That
boys.
was
Yeah, because you won. That's why you're lucky.
Hey, man. Jeez. Wow. Look at the haterade. Yeah. Did you switch from Harlan Brewing
No,
to
hey,
haterade, bro?
hey.
Jeez.
That's right, brother. That's right, brother.
41,
That was a good job.
guys.
I was
41.
Hey, didn't you see me applauding you for your?
I did.
You did
I
well,
did.
sir.
Begrudgingly. Yeah.
That was well played. Nicely done.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's a solid win. I don't get many wins, but man, when I get them, they're nail biters.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do some baseball trivia. We only have one question tonight, but I think it's a good one. So this is where you can, well, I mean, Jack, this is usually where you make it up, but it's like now you're going to double down.
Well, he already got his doubles. Come on.
Yes, he did. He did. He doubled down really well. So which Hall of Famer holds the record for youngest player to win an American League or National League batting title? Here are your choices. We have Al Kaline, Mr. Tiger, Pete Rose, the Hit King, Teddy Ballgame, Ted Williams, or Hammerin' Hank Aaron.
Can I graciously get the question read one more time?
You got it. This Hall of Famer holds the record for youngest player to win an American League or National League batting title, meaning he had the highest average that year. So these are the choices. Anybody in the chat, feel free to put your guesses in. This is a tough one, yeah.
This is hard just because of the nicknames. Hit me with those nicknames.
Mr. Tiger, the Hit King. Ted Williams is it has a couple of them, Teddy Ballgame, but what was another one?
The splendid Splinter Ted Williams.
Splendid Splinter. It's a good one. I never really liked that one, but I thought it was clever.
I was just like, it's so weird. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, Hammerin' Hank Aaron.
Wow, I like Teddy Ballgame. I think I'm gonna try to Jackie Ballgame. We're gonna incorporate that into next week when I'm gloating over my wins. You know what? I gotta stick with my number 2 favorite player of all time, man. Number 2, Pete Rose.
Ooh, nice. John Tallwar says alkaline.
That's an even better nickname.
I think it is.
No kidding.
I like that. Yeah. Ian going with Hank Aaron. Melissa giving us the cheers. Thank you so much.
What's up, man?
Well, I'm going out. I think it's this person, and John already said it. I'm actually gonna go with alkaline.
Alkaline.
Yeah, that was my initial instinct when I saw the multiple choice. So I'm gonna go AA alkaline with Kevin here.
Nice.
And hey, you know what, Michael Mondragon, I do not appreciate what you're trying to pull on Jack here, and I'm glad Jack didn't fall for it. Because we know his favorite baseball player of all time.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did this to him. Pete Rose is not a Hall of Famer.
Second favorite baseball player of all time.
I'm gonna
only
see
behind my son.
Oh,
And he's a Hall of Famer in my heart, bro.
He's definitely a Beer Baseball Blog Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to the MLB, dude. I subscribe to the BBB. That's all.
There you go.
There you go.
So,
And that was literally the red herring.
Very good.
you got me to bite, so well done.
Yes, that's a dead giveaway because he is not a Hall of Famer.
And I was like, oh no, you just let that bait out for Jack. I'm like, that was not very good.
Yeah, he almost
he walked me right into that corral.
I saw that and I'm like, oh, maybe it's not Pete Rose.
Is it? All right.
Is it alkaline? Alkaline.
3, 2, 1. Ever ready. Al Kaline, 20 years old in 1955. He hit, let's look at the numbers here. In 1955, he hit 340.
Wow.
Yeah. And as I look at some of the other batting, we should do a whole thing of batting averages. It's pretty impressive, through the years. And then there's also some that are surprising. You just go, wow, that's actually pretty low. But yeah, he was actually 20 years old in 55. Mr. Tiger had a long career with the Detroit Tigers. And I love, this was actually, he actually died not this year, but last year.
Yeah.
And so I love this picture because it just shows the old and the young, but I can't imagine, he played into the 70s, correct?
Oh yeah.
Kevin?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He probably played a good 20 years or so. Because he's Hall of Famer, so definitely had a long stretch of a career there.
Yeah, I think
I don't remember if he had 3,000 hits, but if he's not, he's close.
Yeah. So
good job, Alkaline.
Alkaline. I love that. I'll never see his name.
I know. I will never either. He actually started in the major leagues at 18 then, because he started in 53, believe it or not.
Wow.
And he finished playing in 1974 was the end of his career.
Right.
3,000.
I was going to say 72.
8-year
3,007
career.
hits.
8 years. Solid 8-year career. Good for him.
Your math is getting better.
That's that same 22 times 4 is 100. 22 times 5 is 88. Good job, Jack. But just real quick, lifetime batting average 297, 3,007 hits, and 399 home runs. So there you go.
So someone we talked about earlier, John Olerud, won the batting title in 1993 when he played for the Toronto Blue Jays. He hit 363. That's crazy. Wow. And then 2000, Nomar Garciaparra hit 372. So, I mean, there's some amazing numbers on here, which I'll definitely come up with some statistics that we can maybe play with this one again, because there's some really interesting numbers on this one.
Right on.
So that is it. This is the show we had planned for you today. If you want to support us, go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Beer Baseball. We have our Etsy page, which you can find all of our stuff. This is where you can find us on social media. Give us a like and a follow. Tell a friend. We always appreciate all the support. Guys, Angelo, it's such a pleasure to have you back. We really enjoyed having you. We definitely missed you. Did you have anything that you want to promote before we take off?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to be back. Thank you guys for tuning in for episode 84, Beer Baseball Blogcast. Don't forget to tune in to the YouTube channel each and every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for a weekly premiere of Beer and Break with Angelo, where I pair a craft beer with a opening of some sports cards products. So tune into that. As we talked about at the top of the show, don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, but means a lot to us. So great to be back. Can't wait for next week already. And that's all I got.
Awesome. Kevin?
Hey, you want to see what I'm getting into? You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LockandLoll. That's LOKNLOLL. And hey, make sure you go to beerbaseball.com, click on that affiliates, scroll down a little, find that Amazon link. Anything you buy on Amazon, a little kickback will go to the Beer Baseball blog, and we appreciate that. And a little tease, as if you don't hear me talk enough, you want to hear me talk some more, I'll have more details next week, but I'm recording a wrestling podcast this week. So
Right
we'll see how
on.
that goes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be about a year in wrestling history. So there's some stuff that I was at a show, and we're going to talk some wrestling.
Wrestling. Going to wrestling.
Fantastic.
All right, Jack, what do you got for us?
Jack, what's up?
I just want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Please go to our Etsy shop. Holidays are coming up. I know it sounds small, but our beer coasters are very well made. The logo's amazing. Send somebody. I'll promote my OnlyFans after the show. Follow me on Twitter at Confirmed Outlaw. But go on Etsy, grab some coasters, and send them to a loved one. I mean, I look at Michael Mondragon every week, and he has the coaster wall behind him, and man, it's cool, and our designs are cool. And please support us, and we appreciate you guys. This is going to be a fun month. We're all in the holiday spirit, and hey, I just easily waltzed through Card Sharks tonight, so tune in next week, and you'll understand why they call me Jackie Baseball.
Nice.
That's right.
So next week it'll be the 14th, and then we have our Christmas show on the 21st. So looking forward to that. But we will see you next Tuesday for another Beer Baseball Blogcast for more craft beer and curveballs. Good night, everyone. Take care. Thank you for being here.